Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. The message that I recorded became quite a bit long. There are 3 points, 3 topics about which I wanted to speak. There are 3 energies I'm picking up on. So the first 2 are in one video, and the third one is in another video. The first 2 affect a person more internally, and the third topic is something we see in the greater scheme of things, big picture. Hi, welcome to my channel, Compass Starlight. I am picking up on a few different energies at the moment. There are 3 of them. The third energy, which is a much bigger, more like bigger picture, more worldwide kind of energy, because those other situations, like the cattiness, is going to make you reflect on yourself and your own behavior, and the blockage is something that's internal to you. The other energy that I'm picking up on is this energy of having to comb through things, and it's the heat kicking off. Having to comb through things, separating the wheat from the chaff. And that's such a much bigger energy because there's so much going on in the world. And AI, like, I don't want to specifically AI, that AI, but seriously, it's a matter of truth and deception. So, and what I'm saying is, this is like the worldwide energy. This is worldwide news, political topics. It's also personal as well. It's like how you interact with your friends, your family, your coworkers. But what I'm talking about is combing through all your relationships with people. If you're looking at the past, taking a good hard look at your own contribution into all the relationships, where, like, taking a good hard look at your own participation where things were challenging in every way in your life, and not just where things were challenging, but also, well, what you called in, like your participation in the happy relationships and the troublesome ones. So what part of yourself did you put forward in order to foster healthy friendships, relationships with your coworkers, with your family members, etc.? And what kind of behaviors did you engage in to, or what did you sacrifice of yourself in relationships where you were hurt or you didn't get what you were expecting? I'm trying to think of a good example, but it's not even like the full gist of it, because that's just, again, back on the personal level. Big picture, separating, like, you know, the seed from the husk or whatever. We're talking about factual information and all the fluff around it that may not be real or factual. So we see things in the news and we want to take the truth, the facts, but oftentimes this information is either deceptively presented, or the truth is hidden, or we're just not getting the truth. So an example of that is, I can think of a recent situation where a prominent individual was displayed publicly. There were photographs taken of this individual, and the photographs were doctored by AI and published in newspapers as fact. And thankfully, I would say, that individual saw the pictures and knows better, and basically had the actual photos. What am I trying to say here? What you see the media representing may not be the truth, and that is like that's really hard to grasp. We don't want to believe that, but there's so much AI right now, and I just want to say that, like, in America, the Epstein files are being released. There are some things in there that may be really disturbing, but at the same time, there's probably going to be a lot of misinformation, doctored information. Okay? Again, in America, we see people being taken by ICE, and there will be footage or photographs that have been doctored by AI. It's just so messed up and distracting because the people want transparency. We want the truth. But we have to be discerning about what is actually the truth. And so when I'm talking about this person who is a prominent figure, this person was arrested. A photograph was taken that was doctored, making the individual look like they were A, just a trashy individual, and B, terribly upset, and C, just covered in tears when the actual photograph shows the appearance of the individual is respectable. I'll put it that way. Calm in demeanor, because that individual knew exactly what they were getting into when they chose to take the stand that they did. And C, thirdly, there were no tears. There was like resolution to standing up to what this person believed in. But this was published. The false AI doctored photograph was published in newspapers. So people thinking they're getting the truth from the media are seeing something doctored and thinking that's the truth. And it's not. And there is going to be so much that is presented that is false. And how do you know? How do you some things like the videos that are AI generated are really easy to identify. You know, in the early stages we see videos of people and they have, or photographs, and they have like multiple fingers on their hands because AI didn't know how to construct what a human's hands would look like. I haven't seen that in a while. Like, I feel like that's something that AI has worked through. But that's besides the point. The point is that don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you read. We are at a point where there's like this separation. And I think it's fascinating too, because this is something that was, I want to say, preordained. I don't even know what that word means. Like prophesized that there would be this people. You know, it's crazy to me because people prophesize about like the second coming. You know, all these timelines, like it's gonna happen now. The rapture is gonna happen now, and it doesn't happen. And then, but people have prophesized like how, and through the use of astrology, people have sort of prophesized this change, this new age. And it's amazing to me that I'm living in a time where like it's occurring and I'm seeing it so strongly. It's the separation of it's not good and evil. You know, it's just two completely different frequencies maybe. But this shift, this separation, I don't know if it'll come back together. I don't know if there will be like a force that makes the energies rebalance. There may be, but I'm just seeing that shift, and there's so much conflict with it right now. And I think that conflict is going to stick around for a while. We have to grow through it. We have to evolve through it. It's a huge evolution, is really what it is. Can't even speak, get my words out. It's an evolution of the human experience, an evolution of our perceptions in the 3D. It's an evolution even in our perceptions up to the 5D, I would suggest. It's an evolution of how we interact with each other. And there's going to be more transparency. There's going to be more truth and honesty. And it's like, if you think about, well, I mean, people have different beliefs. I don't want to get into the idea of reincarnation because the video is already getting really long. I don't know. Some people may believe in that and some people may not. And is there any proof? Again, some people may believe that there is proof and other people may believe that there is not. So, but what there is there's spirit. we are made of spirit. The spirit is within, the spirit moves us. But I do believe that the spirit is eternal, and maybe the spirit can re-embody itself some other way in the 3D plane. But let's just say that after your body is a corpse and spirit separates from the body, and that spirit exists infinitely. Because I feel like we're just like a light body, a frequency body of material goodness. It's like a projection. Yes, look at all the shadows. We're just a projection from the light of something so just far greater, that is eternal, that is infinite. And that spirit body's around us. That's why some people can really tap into their intuition, because that spirit body extends into the rest of everybody else's spirit body. I'm going off on a tangent. Well, I guess what I'm saying, what I was trying to get at is, like, if you're taking a shower or you're picking your nose, do you think your ancestors are watching you? Do you think that they're watching you copulate? I mean, I'd like to think that, like, maybe they don't want to stick around for that kind of stuff. But there's the possibility, the ability, that they could. Right? Those are our private, intimate moments. And what I'm suggesting is, if you have these private, intimate moments, aside from the copulation, aside from, like, being in the shower, aside from picking your nose, you have all of these private, intimate moments in your life, even if they're just thoughts that you're thinking, and the spirit body is in touch with that. And why does that matter? Exposure. That's why. Because this shift that we're going through, that will probably take many years to process, to assimilate, there is exposure. So if you're not okay with thinking this thought or that thought, if you're not okay with other people knowing that you like this, this, and this, that you don't like this, this, and this, you're in trouble. You're gonna have to, like, really get used to who you are and what you're about and the things that you're thinking about and the ways that you interact with everything in your world. And that is a mind shift. That, like I'm saying, you want that job, you think you're going to get that job, you want that job, you're not sure you're going to get that job, like maybe you should have done something different, and that doubt creeps in. That doubt carries so much weight, just as much as all of these thoughts that you might have that are kind of ugly, they're not very pretty. Yeah, you're going to need to, if you can, change the way that you think, so that when those thoughts come in, you know where they come from, why you think them in the first place, and when they start cropping up, you cut them off and you turn your attention to something else that either is more positive or it's something else that you are more proud of thinking. Because over time, I get this weird, like, I'm zoned out. I've got a real shadow projection here. Over time, all of these things are going to be exposed. And how are you going to feel about what is exposed about you? Man, I'm thinking back to some experiences I had in college with some people. Like, really getting to see, I can think of one individual I was friends with that I could really see the spirit body move through this person, and it, like, wait, it's like God is in each one of us. We are an extension I mean, if you're Christian, that's why Jesus died for our sins. Jesus is part of us. If you're not Christian, that's okay. You probably still believe in some higher power of which we are all part. And I'm thinking about this person I was friends with in college, and I could see what I will call the God essence of this person. Beautiful and majestic. Visually, like I was getting the energy frequency I could see. I've always been able to see. That was the first way I could see was light energy. Just like colors moving and pulsing. But there were parts of this person's character that really disgusted me. And there's nothing you do about that. There's nothing you do about that. You accept the person, the godlike figure, as they are. It's just really weird to me. Makes me wonder, like, who am I underneath the flesh mask, right? What kind of energy does my spirit body emit? What kind of energy does your spirit body emit through the light and shadow? What's your projection? I'm really trying to project something healthy. And I don't mean like, oh, I eat really good food, although they do say you are what you eat. I could definitely eat better. I could work out more. I could treat the physical body better, my host. But energetically, what am I putting out? And I really strive to be a person of integrity. I put out these videos, but nobody watches them. I'm okay with that. Other than the videos in general, like, I'm not really trying to tell anyone how to live. I think more than anything, I'm trying to show people how to live with integrity, how to own up to who you are, what you're projecting. I'm not perfect. I've been working really hard on myself, but there's still so much more work to do. But that's okay. We're all works in progress. What's the point? I don't know, maybe in some way we raise the frequency of the planet. Again, what's the point? I don't know what happens when we raise the frequency of the planet. I don't know. Doesn't even matter. I bet there are some people that are probably fine lowering the frequency of the planet, wanting to be that person. I don't know. But if you understand at all what I'm talking about, if you align with it, you see somehow, or you know, you have a knowing inside you that there is a purpose to it. That's all I can say. And this video, I think I have to divide into at least 2 parts. It's definitely going to split it up. There's going to be a part 1 and part 2, and I'm going to pull some cards. And now that I think about it, I am actually going to do an introduction. Again, thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. Ooh, floor cards, my favorite. Oh, this time we get Melpomene. Melpomene, card number 17. Optimism. See a positive side, even in tragedy. See a positive side, even in tragedy. Yes, this is that idea of tuning into what could go right instead of letting your doubts overshadow your future. There's so much potential. But you have the ability, the will, and the strength, and the potential to see the positive in any situation. It's just a matter of whether you choose to look at it or not. In this card, the protagonist has the sphere of the moon at her feet. The moon. The moon is often a representation of obscurity, meaning we don't have full illumination, because even when the moon is full, it is not fully illuminated. The other side of it is still in darkness. When we don't have all the answers we seek, when there are still questions and when there are still unknowns, we can be optimistic. We can see the positive. There is still a span of time during which we can choose for ourselves. What do we want? Do you want the best outcome? Or do we want the crummy outcome? What do you deserve? It's a matter of karma. What do you deserve? You get what you give. What are you doing, buddy? You get what you give, and if you're giving doubt and negativity, you're going to get the results associated with that. If you give hope and optimism, you're going to see the power behind that also. If you're kind of a shitty person, you might have some shitty outcomes. You get what you give. But if you're giving good, you get back what you deserve. That's the message. Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight.